In this video, we will talk about Page Layout tab in MS Excel included in MS Office 2021. If you are using an older version of MS Excel like 2010 or 2016, you will find some differences in the overall layout, ribbon tabs and groups. Let us have a brief look at the different groups present under the Page Layout tab. The Page Layout tab contains 5 groups: Themes, Page Setup, Scale to Fit, Sheet Options, and Arrange. Let us first discuss the Themes group. The Themes group allows us to quickly apply a set of coordinated formatting to our worksheet. A theme consists of a collection of colors, fonts, and effects that can be applied to a worksheet to give it a consistent and professional look. Themes group has the following buttons. Themes display, a predefined set of themes which we can select and apply. Please note that the theme is applied only to the cells on which cell styling has been applied. In this table, we have already applied headings and color styles to the cells. Now, when we apply a theme, the colors and fonts will change as per the selected theme. A theme also contains multiple combinations of colors. We can see all the combinations of the active theme by clicking on the colors icon. We can change the color combination by selecting any of these. Similarly, Fonts displays all fonts of the active theme. We can change the font from here. Similar to colors and fonts, the effects icon displays all the available effects of the active theme. The Page Setup group provides tools to help us to set up worksheets for printing. Here are the different options available in this group. The Margins option allows us to set the margins for the worksheet, which determines how much white space there is around the edges of the printed page. Let us see how this worksheet will be printed by going to the Print Preview. We can go to the Print Preview through the Backstage view. As we can see, there are margins on all the sides. Let us decrease these margins. For this, go to Margins in the Page Layout tab and select Narrow Margin. Let us again go to the Print Preview and check the margins. As we can see, they have reduced. The Orientation option allows us to choose whether we want the worksheet to be printed in portrait or landscape orientation. This dotted line here marks how many columns will come on the same sheet in the printout. If there are many columns in the worksheet, they will not come on the same sheet in portrait mode, as we can see here. To print them on the same sheet, let us change the orientation to landscape mode. When we change the orientation to landscape, we can see that the line has now moved to cover more columns. Let us go to the Print Preview to verify. The Size option allows us to choose the paper size for the worksheet, such as A4 or letter. A4 size is the default. The Print area allows us to select a range of cells of the worksheet to be printed, rather than printing the entire worksheet. It contains the commands set print area and clear print area. We have selected some columns and rows here, and let us set the print area. Now, when we go to the print preview, we will only see the selected columns and rows. The breaks option allows us to insert page breaks to control where the worksheet is divided when printed. The background option allows us to add a background image or color to the worksheet when it is printed. The print titles option allows us to specify rows or columns to be repeated on each printed page, which can be useful if we have a large table that spans multiple pages and we want to print a table header on each page. By using the tools in the Page Setup group, one can customize the appearance and layout of a worksheet when it is printed, ensuring that the data is presented in the most effective and professional way possible. Scale to fit is used when we need to reduce the size of the worksheet to better fit the printed page. Scale to fit is formed from the following three buttons: width, height, and scale. Let us add more rows and columns in our sheet. If the worksheet has many columns, then while printing, the columns may get divided into multiple pages. If we want to show all the columns on the same page, we can do that by settling the width to one page. This will reduce the scale and will print all the columns on a single page, like this. We have a choice of 1 to 9 pages on which we can spread the columns. Similarly, if we want to print all the rows on a single page, we can set the height to 1, which will scale the sheet to show all the rows on a single page. We have a choice of 1 to 9 pages on which we can spread the rows. Instead of changing the width and height, we can also directly scale the sheet in increments of 5%. The Sheet Options group provides tools to help us control how the worksheet is viewed and printed, including elements such as grid lines and headings. The grid line option allows us to specify whether we want to view the grid lines in the worksheet. It can be changed from here, like this. Similarly, we can specify whether we want the grid lines to be printed or not by toggling this button here. By default, the grid lines are not printed, as can be seen in the print preview. Now, after clicking on Print, when we go to the print preview, we can see the grid lines. The Headings option allows us to specify whether or not we want the row and column headings in the worksheet to be viewed and printed. Headings view switches the display of row and column headers on the active worksheet. Headings Print switches whether the row and column headers are printed. Arrange group works with the inserted objects in the worksheet. We have already inserted these charts in our worksheet. Let us see how to use arrange options with these. Here, two charts are overlapping. Bring forward brings the selected chart forward. Send backward will send the selected chart back. Align contains different options for alignments. We can align the chart's top, middle, bottom, or left, center, or right, or distribute them horizontally or vertically with these options. We can group all these charts together by selecting the group option. We can ungroup them by clicking the Ungroup option. For more such interesting videos, please subscribe to our channel Head Start Learning.